Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for tuning in to today's video. I really want to talk about pivoting and not pausing, because it can be so easy in this crisis that we're all currently facing to sit back, twiddle your thumbs, and wait for it to pass. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the thing that gets us through this together. This time is unprecedented. It is scary, it's challenging, and this is the time that we need to come together to support small business more than ever before. And as a small business owner myself, I've come up with a couple of different ways that I've seen businesses continue to shift and work together and grow and thrive in spite of this pandemic. So without further ado, let's talk about some ways that we can pivot and not pause during a time of crisis. Number one, the first thing that you're going to want to do if you are not already is get online. This comes in a variety of different forms. When I say get online, I don't necessarily mean get on social media or launch an e-commerce platform or create a YouTube video. I mean, put yourself out there. Now, if your brick and mortar location is not an essential business, chances are you've been really greatly impacted by COVID-19. And unfortunately, this is kind of a stress test that none of us wanted, but it gives us a really great opportunity to identify ways that we can improve and hopefully prevent something like this from happening in the future, at least from a business perspective. So if you're not already, getting online is so important for your business today. If your brick and mortar location is closed, that means you only have online to access your consumers. Now, there are a variety of ways to do this. You can launch an e-commerce store, and there are a few different options for that, which I will link down below. But there is Shopify, which is super user-friendly and easy to navigate if you're looking for a DIY kind of solution to an e-commerce platform so that you can sell your product online. There's Squarespace, which again, very similar to Shopify in terms of how user-friendly the interface is for both the user and for the business that has to actually go in and set it up. And then there are platforms like Square. If you have a Square account, then Square might be a great option for you because you can implement gift cards, which now link into your social media accounts. Both Facebook and Instagram have implemented gift card buttons that you can add to your profile with any of their paid partners. Now, the caveat here is that you have to have your website with that paid partner. So if you have a WordPress e-commerce platform, you unfortunately won't be able to utilize a Square gift card on your WordPress platform, even if you offer Square as a payment method. So that's something to be mindful of when you're going ahead and deciding what platform you want to use. Now, the platform that I use for a lot of my clients is WordPress Woocommerce, and I prefer WordPress because the functionality is above all else. You have unlimited customization options, and unfortunately in some of the other more affordable options and the more DIY type of platforms that I discussed earlier, you don't have a ton of templates to choose from or themes. And if you're just looking to get up and running, then that is a perfect solution because, like I said, it's super easy to use. But if you want something that is a bit more on brand and has a lot of functionality and customizable features, then WordPress is definitely the way to go. Now, when I say WordPress, I mean WordPress.org, not WordPress.com, which is self-hosted and also used for a lot of blogging platforms. So WordPress.org has to be hosted by a third party, and you have to do all of the development yourself essentially. So you can add a theme, you can customize all of it, you can add different plugins. It's a really, really great web platform that I recommend to all of my clients. It is less user-friendly from an actual creator standpoint. So if you don't necessarily know what you're doing and you're not really tech savvy, then I would stay away from WordPress unless you're interested in hiring it out. Number 2, create a newsletter. If you haven't already, get a newsletter subscription list together. Now, the reason for this is if your brick and mortar closes, if Instagram or Facebook or whatever platform you're on were to go away tomorrow, would you still be able to access your clients? If the answer is no, then we're in a little bit of trouble, which is why a newsletter subscription is so important. There are a bunch of different newsletter platforms that are out there that are super cheap, if not free. The one that I recommend to a lot of my clients to get started is MailChimp. MailChimp is a really great user-friendly experience. It has enough analytics for my clients who, again, aren't necessarily super tech savvy, but that want to have some insight as to how their newsletters are performing. And it's a really great tool to be able to utilize on your own. You can send out automated welcome emails. You can send out, of course, a regular newsletter campaign to let people know how they can access you and your product during this time. And it just acts as a really direct line of communication between you and your client. Now, with that being said, think about the number of people who actually see your content on Facebook or Instagram and compare that to the number of followers you have. So if you're only having a few engagements, it's because of the algorithms that are in place on these social media platforms. Not every single person who has liked or followed your page is going to see every single thing that you post unless they actually go to your page to look for it. A newsletter acts as that direct line of communication and delivers content and information directly to the subscriber's inbox, which makes it a really great tool to be utilizing during this time. Number 3, one of the great opportunities of this time is we're probably not going to have this time again to really take the time to reinvest in ourselves, revisit our business strategies, our marketing strategies. I, for one, am looking into starting a YouTube channel, creating online courses, hosting webinars, and providing value to my clients who have been super, super great and loyal throughout this entire situation. So try to think about different ways that you can get in front of your consumer. Is it hosting an online fitness class? Is it hosting an online painting tutorial? Or are there different opportunities out there for you to collaborate with other people who are impacted by the scenario? Can you get together on a giveaway? Can you do an Instagram takeover? I've seen a lot of people utilizing this lately, and they are so fun to watch. An Instagram takeover is exactly what it sounds like. You come onto my platform, post to my stories for the day, maybe I do the same for you, and that introduces your business to a whole other audience that may not have otherwise known about you. So it's a great opportunity to go ahead and have these people get to learn a little bit about other businesses that are local who have also been impacted. So definitely, that is another great opportunity. Collaborate with each other if you aren't already doing that. Number 4, how else can you sell your product? How else can you get your product in front of people? Is it creating a gift card? Is it being able to offer curbside pickup or porch drop off? There are so many other ways to get out in front of your audience and still be able to supplement that income so that you are still providing a service or a product for those that are looking for it, and you're not completely put on hold waiting for this shitstorm to be over. Now, these have been a couple of my ideas for pivoting, not pausing during a time of crisis, specifically in this pandemic that we are all facing together. So I hope that this has been so beneficial for you. If you have other ideas for pivoting and not pausing, or if you've seen other businesses doing really cool things, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on my post notifications, and follow me on Instagram, Facebook. Links will be somewhere around here. See you next time. Bye. The one that I recommend to a versus my eyelash is falling off.